Ladies and gentlemen, live on VIPBoxing.tv, commentators Stevie Ball, Josh Warrington, and now Luke Funchal-Madeira, all joining the action for this, the main event of the evening. The officials have been appointed by the Central Area Council of the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge at ringside, Mr. Alan Alster. This, the main event, is 8 3-minute rounds of boxing for the vacant English Featherweight Challenge belt. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black colour shorts trimmed with gold. At the weight, he scaled 9 stone, 2 pounds 7 ounces. He comes proudly this evening as the current Southern Area Feather and former Super Featherweight champion, presenting from King Stainton, Devon. Here is Jamie, the Genius Speight. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the grey colour shorts trimmed with a red spangled effect and white. At the weigh-in, he also scaled 9 stone, 2 pounds 7 ounces. His perfect, unblemished record this evening consists of 8 contests, 8 wins. 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He is certainly the pride of Doncaster, presenting the undefeated Reece Mould. Timekeeper Barry Bender, and the referee in charge of the action, as always, the very fine star referee Michael Alexander. 8 rounds.
Right, lads, you both know the rules, so let's just have a good, clean fight, okay? Most of all, into the main circle all time.
Right, been in Leeds, Joe.
Keep it clean.
Round 1.
Here we go then, Reece Mould and Jamie Speight. And Reece is someone you know well, Josh.
Yeah, Reece is a good gym mate of mine. Been a sparring partner before, he was a gym mate before he turned pro. And now he's part of our team. And yeah, looking to put a show on tonight in front of his own fans.
Yeah, it's a big night for him fighting for a title, isn't it, as a professional boxer?
Yeah, not only is it a big night for him, it's the fact that he's headlining the show. He's sold a load of tickets, and you know, you can get carried away with having this kind of crowd behind you, but it'll be a good learning fight for him. And not only that, he's stepping up to an 8 rounds for the first time.
Yeah, and in the other corner, Jamie Speight, it's no pushover either. He's a good fighter on his night.
Jamie Speight is very good fighter. Someone who I shared a ring with many moons ago. I defended the English title against him, and he's tough as they come. And he's mixed in with a few good boys now, but he knows how to survive. And at the same time, if he can expose you, he will do.
The thing is with Jamie now, like Josh had just touched on, he 2-3 years ago, Jamie was a fringe fighter. He was a genuine top 12 featherweight in Britain. He was a cagey fighter, but now he seems to have gone in this journeyman role as a survivor, and this is a step up for Reece. But I can see Jamie here going to be a bit cagey, going around the ring, moving, making him miss. It's just what ambition he's got from what he had before. But I like Reece Mould. He's a Doncaster man like myself, and we always keep an eye out for these young Doncaster fighters. He's full of ambition, and you can see he's with a good team. He does everything right, and he looks up to Josh, and he sees Josh winning all these titles, and these are sparring with Josh on a regular basis, and this is where they want to aim and aspire to be. He'll not want to mess up tonight, that's for sure.
100% agree with what Steph is saying there. It's a good learning fight here for Reece, and although Jamie has gone into journeyman road, he can still make it awkward and make Reece think a bit, so it's a good learning experience.
Yeah. He's got lots of support here, Reece, and the thing is, Jamie's going to be cagey and make him miss. It'll be interesting to see how Reece copes with that, as long as he don't lose his head, take his time. You can see he's boxing toward us here, he's sitting off him, and it's good. You know, I've seen Reece boxing past, and he's 100 mile an hour. I've seen him in spars, he's 100 mile an hour, but he's taking his time here, and it's good to see. good first round.
Yeah, impressive stuff. He was setting up his work as well. He wasn't rushing in with anything.
No, he'd take his time. You know, these fighters, when they're coming up above 6th round level, it's a long time. Josh will tell you they've got 8-ounce gloves. Them shots hurt. There's no need to rush. 8 rounds is a hell of a long time in there. He's doing the right things. He looks good. He's not made any mistakes there.
Yeah, and you can see it on the replays there. He's setting it up with that jab straight down the middle, and then the right hand's following it.
The thing is with Jamie, he's the type of fighter that you can't let him get in any rhythm, because if Jamie gets any confidence and smells her out, he'll turn it on. He'll turn it on if he gets some self-belief. He's a well-respected away fighter, is Jamie Speight.
He is, and he won't let you put more than 2 or 3 punches together. He's not one to sit about and take the punishment. He won't let you build up momentum and power if he can help it. So, Reece has been told in instruction beforehand.
Yeah, you can see he's boxing to orders.
We call him Mini Mike Tyson in the gym because he likes to put everything into everything, does Reece, but it's good to see a bit of a sharp performance so far.
You pick up on little things, and young fighters, when they start rushing the work, they leave the sense suspect to be getting cuts, bangs on head, and that's the last thing you need early on in a fight. At least warm into it, build up some momentum. He's got all the shots in the department as Reece. Is a good prospect, and I know he's a dedicated young fighter, and he's only learning from the likes of Josh in that gym, Max Hughes, all them top fighters, and that's where he'll want to be.
Yeah, he's tough as they come. He does a lot of sparring with myself, Isaac Lowe, Max Hughes. He's getting experience all the time, and with all that experience, it's time to bring it into here and put it on under the lights. Gets his fight and really start looking at the serious titles within the year.
The thing I'm impressed for at minute with Reece is he's taking his time. He's taking centre at ring, he's walking around, he's not jumping on him, and that's a sign of learning, and it's all experience. What is it, 8 fights? This is his 9th fight tonight. It's the perfect fight for a step up, and it gave him a good yardstick to see where he's at. He looks a big featherweight as well, Josh. I mean, I know in past, when I've spoke to Jimmy and things, he said maybe he's talked about super bantamweight, but he looks a big solid featherweight there, Josh.
Yeah, well, he come into gym, and when we first seen him, he was an 18-year-old, he was skinny, but
he's been on them chicken nuggets.
He has been on them chicken nuggets and turkey dinosaurs, and over the last year or so, he's really matured into weight.
Yeah,
and,
you can see that. I think featherweight will be his division.
Yeah, he's filling out now, and he looks a solid set at featherweight. He looks a big feather, and he's certainly got the power to match to go with it as well.
You can see why there's a lot of fans here tonight for Reece. He's a fan-friendly fighter. He's in there. He's trying. Good shot there. Good shot. He don't want to go looking for it. That shot's there.
No.
Yeah, Jamie Speight's felt a couple of these. A couple of times he just nodded and said, good shot, after those right hands have landed.
There's nothing that Jamie Speight hasn't seen in this game. He's been in this here with like you say, Josh Warrington. He'll have been in with world champions as Jamie. That nothing phases him.
They certainly acknowledge that shot, and Reece is certainly on the respect of Jamie Speight there.
We've gone long enough, Josh, but we've got to talk about your big fight, haven't we?
Have you got a big fight coming up, have you, Josh? How big is it, mate?
I'm not sure. Just a small one at Ellen Road in May 19th for a little world title. But yeah, I've got a big fight, Lee Selby, May 19th. I say Ellen Road. It's one we've been working towards for a long time now. Obviously, people like Steffi have seen me come through on the journey.
I was just going to say, Josh, I can remember that night when we won the IBF World Title with Jamie.
Yeah,
and I can remember it like yesterday when you come into change and you actually put his belt on, and you said, we're going to have one of these. And we'd seen you from 4 pro fights coming over. sparring with Jamie McDonald on a weekly basis. That's where you've lately trained, and it's been an absolute pleasure watching Josh come over. He's done it the old-fashioned routine, English, you know, the British, the Commonwealth, European, world title eliminators. Josh is genuine world class, and I know there's a lot of boxing people not giving Josh a chance in this fight because of what Selby's done. But Josh is from the same cloth as Jamie McDonald, where these kids grind it out.
Yeah.
You cannot back against this kid. He grinds it out, and it's going to be very interesting on 19th.
Good right another top from Mould there, but
It's a good shot that he just doesn't want to keep throwing that over and over. He's got to make it unexpected and not just keep throwing it over the top. But like you say, he's got great variety, as Reece. He mixes it up well, uppercuts.
can't seem to miss with that right hand.
Yeah.
It's coming through the...
Jamie does leave his lead hand low, doesn't he? He's open for that shot there, look. How good do you think he can be, Josh? I know you spar with him on a thing. Do you think he's got major titles in him?
Yeah, most definitely. I think there's no need to rush him at this moment in stage.
Yeah.
You know, just he's learning every time.
Yeah,
he's learning every time. So
as a fighter, you know your sen. You've got to have the reins in. Every fight wants to go.
Yeah.
It's about the right fights at the right time. You know more than anyone.
And like I say, Steffi, you've seen him mature over the last 12 months.
You can see that.
Stronger and stronger. And now it's just getting his boxing side to him, which is showing here.
Look there. That's a good shot. He's picking shots well. Sitting off is the key for me.
Yeah.
I have seen him come in and rush and, like you say, set about fighters. And tonight he's showing maturity.
Yeah, you need to build that experience in these kind of fights.
Some
so
fighters want to run before they can walk.
I've
got a few fighters myself, and they will get carried away with the bravado. And boxing's a serious game, and you know it's not hard to take one fight too soon. As a manager and a trainer, I've done it myself. Match fights up when fighters aren't quite ready.
Yeah.
We're all learning all the time in this game.
And it can be a long career. So there's no need to rush it.
100%.
The career can be over in 2
He's
or 3
only
years.
young, is Reece.
He
What is he? How old
he's
is he?
22.
Yeah, I mean, he's a baby. This is his 9th fight, and he's looking good.
But one thing he has been working on now, that he's been working on trying to set up the shots.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's got power in both hands, and there's no need to just blast away.
That's one thing I've noticed tonight, Josh. He's taking his time. He's sitting off, and I think it's good. Look, there, he's centred at ring. He's not rushing.
Just having a little look.
Even bipping and bopping side to side. He's got that bit of sway, bit of movement. He's looking good in there.
Looking very good. He's a very fit lad as well, so he can keep this pace going for the full duration of the fight.
See, you've got Jamie Speight here, who, even though they're away fighters, they live their life. They're in the gym all the time. You can see him, he's sat here, look, he's not breathing at all. He's not out in his depth. You know.
Jamie knows how. He's got good ring craft.
Yeah.
He knows how to avoid the big shots when he can help it. Keep himself busy. He's always fit. You know, he's done 12 rounds many a time.
He's a great servant to British boxing. He's well respected by us boxing people. You know, he's...
he'll take a fight at a drop of an hat.
Yeah, he's a fighting man.
Corners, 10 seconds. Second out. Round 4.
Coming into the midway mark now. You can see Reece still boxing to orders. He's not rushing.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might probably look to step it up maybe after this round, but he's still feeling Jamie out. He's counting with some nice shots in previous rounds. That little right hand over the top and the body shots.
He's positioning at feet that I'm impressed with.
Yeah,
he's not getting too close.
Yeah.
Wherever Jamie's, when he's circling round, he's stepping in the right places. He's solid like there. He's nice and tight when he is in distance.
Yeah.
you know, learning off your guys, sparring on a daily basis, training with your, it only rubs off.
Yeah.
Success breeds success. I've had it myself in my gym. With gym full of champions, you get one, then the next one, then the next one, and it's just crazy. You know, it's success definitely breeds success, and that's what's happening with Reece here in and around your top fighters.
Yeah, he's improved leaps and bounds over the last 12 months, and like I said, that's just learning. When you're sparring with lads who are at championship level, you can't really make mistakes because you get paid for them, and
you can see he's got a good engine.
Yeah, you still learn to put your hands up. But yeah, we've always been known for having good engines in our camp, and that's the work.
Well, you
hard
all
in the
train
gym.
very hard. You've got a good team around. You're all working. I always. That's a big shot there over the top. Josh mentioned that in the last round. Jamie's carries that low left. He's open for that shot. He wants to keep just taking his time. That shot's going to come. Don't want to rush his work.
And this is where he needs to learn to keep his head.
Exactly, Josh. He's back to taking his time again. Not getting too close. Look, edging back when he's looked.
I don't think he might have buzzed Jamie a little bit there.
He's in with that shot. It was a cracking shot over the top.
It's good pressure as well from Reece. Even when it's not working, he's keeping in range and keeping Jamie thinking with the feints.
Positioning at feet are very impressed. Very impressed. He's definitely an improved fighter, and that's just we experience.
And what some people don't realise is, even though Reece is not throwing the punches, while Reece is in front of him, Jamie knows that he's got power in both hands, and whenever he does throw, you know, he's got to be alert to them punches. So he's certainly making Jamie think and work and stay switched on.
You see, when Jamie's continuously moving over to his left, and Reece is not following him, he's just stepping, it's good. And he's doing it naturally. You can see it's happening naturally without thinking, and that's when you know where.
Just got a little turn off.
Good shot there.
Yeah, he just got a warning from the referee, didn't he?
Yeah. That were an hard round for Jamie Speight, that one. He
some big
took
shots
a bit,
then.
yeah, he did.
That's
the one
top
there,
there,
just the back of here. That's the one that buzzed him, it looks.
Yeah, and the way Reece reacted, it shows that he thought he'd hurt Jamie a bit, didn't it? The way he went after him after that shot had landed.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be natural. He's got his fans behind him. They all got on their feet. They're all cheering, and that's where he's got to. You know, that's where it's all experience and all learning, and when to go at the right time. And you know, maybe one or two more shots he could have had Jamie down, but he certainly hurt him there. But yeah, I think he fought that as well. He chased after him. He needs to pick him a little bit more when if he does have Jamie hurt. Jamie's very elusive when he needs to be, and he can defend and get out of danger.
Sent out. Round 5.
It's unbelievable that Jamie Speight's only actually 29-year-old. He seems to have been going since I started about 100 years ago. He's been around years.
Yeah, like I say, I remember when I boxed him back in it was early 2013. And
Leeds Town Hall.
He was still very ambitious with titles and whatnot. And he genuinely believed at the time that he were going to beat me and go on to bigger and better things.
Oh, without a doubt. He were, like I say, a very well-respected fighter. 3 or 4 years ago, Jamie, you know, Southern Area champion. I actually managed him when he won the Southern Area title and got him a British title eliminator. He's full of ambition. Whether that's gone a bit now, taking these away fights. I mean, like you say, he's 29-year-old. He might have realised his level and realised that there's money to be earned more being an away fighter. But like I say, he's never out in his depth. He don't get filled in. He's not getting stopped.
And he's been as low as bantam and as high as lightweight.
Yeah, unbelievable. He's been a great servant, and he's a lovely young man, very polite. If you're on social media and you follow Jamie on his Facebook and on his Twitter, he's very passionate and he's good.
Yeah, boxing man, Reece looking for them right hands over the top now.
Reece is looking solid, and he's nice, strong. That, like I say, that position at feet. it's just too much for Jamie in every department, to be fair.
The shots inside are really flowing off now. The little tight uppercut, left hook.
Jamie's having a nightmare wherever he's stepping. Reece is just there in front of him, ready to throw. It could, for me, Josh, he could just be touching that jab up that little bit more. Just touching, setting other shots up. I
think he's tried to up the intensity, but he's left a bit of the boxing behind Steph.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get the big shots in, but he's forgot about his jab. Setting up the shots. That's what he's been working on in the gym.
Yeah. I mean, I think that shot would have hurt him and buzzed him. I think he knows that power's there, so he's looking that little bit too much. But
an experienced fighter like Jamie will see that coming and know how to get avoid that shot. So you need to be settled with a couple of jabs.
That position of her feet there again, just when Jamie's about to skip off. Lovely shots, lovely variety there.
Good body shot there.
But he's just stepping in front of wherever he is. It's a very hard game, his boxing, and there's a lot higher levels for Reece to go to get to where he wants to be. There's some good fighters in the featherweight domestic division. Reece Bellotti, who's a Commonwealth champion, very, very strong. You've got eyes up low there. You've got the Walsh. You know, it's a solid. You've got young Jordan Gill, who put in a good performance against Jason Cunningham, who's another Doncaster fighter, and you've got the likes of Josh here, who's world class. It's an hard division, and it's an high step up. But this definitely is the right fight for Reece tonight. And wants to set him up ladder.
And it's constantly getting updated as well. Is the featherweight division. You know, there's always new champions and there's always new amateurs coming through. And
you could argue that the featherweight division probably could have been one of the best. You can look down it from number 1 to number 10. It's solid fighters, even down as 8, 9, 10s.
But Jamie's definitely a gatekeeper, like you say. You mentioned some of them names there. Steph, he's been in with Reece Bellotti, with Isaac Lowe, with myself. So he's definitely that fighter where you mix him with Jamie, you learn a lot from him.
I think going in with your guy sparring, he's got somebody that's world class like yourself, and he's got young Isaac there who's just lost, not lost, got a controversial draw. He'll know if he's sparring with your guys and holding his own, he'll believe that that's where he can be, and that will only do him good.
100%, I agree with you there. Like in early days when I used to come along and spar with Jamie,
that's when you realise. When you're young, when Jamie was European champion and just before you won the English, you're sparring with these kids and you're like, wow, can I look at that belt? Can I hold that belt? You don't even dream that you can be there. But when you're doing 10 and 12 rounds with these top fighters on a regular basis, he's really stepping it on now. He's going to jump in, this ref.
Reece is just picking.
He's stepping it on now.
This
is where the size is going to kick in.
It's going up again now.
Yeah, he really has. It's too much here now. He's going to step in. Yeah, that's the right decision there. Well done, Reece.
What a great performance that is from Reece Mould.
He's got to stay away from this ring now.
Don't want to get too carried away.
And that is a big statement from Reece Mould, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a great stoppage.
Yeah, I think he started with a body shot and then like left uppercut, left screw shot. And he snapped.
We've been talking about James right hand over the top.
Yeah. And once I think he knew he had him hurt there and he wasn't going to let up. Just continuous clean shots and then a bombardment.
And he was still picking those shots though, wasn't he?
Yeah,
it was still measured.
There was sometimes a little bit in the bit of footage there, it shows him a bit wild, but there was some nice body shots still coming in, little clubbing right hands over the top. But I think he knew we were only 1 or 2 punches away, but there his fans making plenty of noise, and I think his fan base will continue to grow after that performance.
Definitely.
People come away from here and start talking about Reece Mould, sharing videos of that stoppage, and this is how the fan base grows.
I enjoyed that performance from Reece, very mature.
He wants to be proud of himself, but let's give Jamie Speight credit.
Yeah.
You know, give him a solid fight there, and you know, he went a few times there, but he batted on Gum Shield and he kept himself in for as long as he needed to be in there.
I think Jimmy's rubbing it in that you didn't stop him, Josh. I think Jimmy's rubbing it in that you didn't stop him.
Yeah, I know. I think he did. Yeah, it's just reminded me. Jamie took me the full 10.
There's going to be a bit of banter going off in Jim
so.
there, Josh, isn't it now?
So, yeah, I think so.
We'll hand it over to MC Michael Pass for the final time tonight to announce the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 19 seconds of round number 6, star referee Michael Alexander has stopped the contest. In his opinion, Jamie Speight was in no position to continue. Therefore, your winner, undefeated in 9 professional contests, and the new English Featherweight Classic Challenge champion from Doncaster, Reece Mould. And a fine effort from Jamie Speight, ladies and gentlemen.
There we have it then. What a performance that was from Reece Mould, making big statements, and he'll be speaking to Mike Pass very shortly after his post-fight celebrations. But it's been a great show tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's only be a handful of fights on, but it's been a good spectacle for the lads to showcase their skills and just learn. You know, it's doing numerous rounds of sparring, and they need to be out often. So it's been a good show. And sometimes a lot of fighters expect to be on the big arena shows and stuff like that, but this is where you really learn your trade. On the small hall shows, Steffi does plenty of them as well. For all these fighters, it's all building experience, so it's a brilliant night for fighters.
Momentum's the key, Josh, like you're saying. These young fighters need to be active. Reece kept Reece there. He's showing signs of improvement, and I'm pleased for him. It's nice to see another Doncaster fighter doing well.
Look at the performance here. There's that body shot, what set up. The body shots kept raining, it just slowed Jamie down a bit.
Yeah, just overwhelmed him, didn't he?
Bombardment of shots, once he knew he had him right there.
The towel going in by the corner with the right. I think Michael Alexander would have about to stop that then, but the towel going in with the right decision. Jamie Speight will live and fight another day. Reece has got a cracking stoppage there and move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, and the fact that Jamie didn't even complain when the towel came in either, it says a lot. He knew that he was out of his depth in that round.
Yeah, his fight were on.
And when we talk about Reece's performance there, I will say that he showed a lot of maturity tonight, because there were times when he did have Jamie here, but he didn't jump on it. But he picked the right time and the right moment to go for it, and it obviously paid off.
Not rushing in what he wanted, sitting off. He looked good tonight.
And Michael Passers grab Reece Mould, and we can have a few words from him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, just before we have an interview with Reece, Alan Richardson, former British and Commonwealth champion from Fitzwilliam Wakefield, is with us this evening. Give us a wave if you're still here, Alan. Thank you for your attendance. Meanwhile, on we go with Reece. Reece not only 9-0 now, everybody's going to take notice, all the top promoters. It's 3 KOs on the trot. How did you feel it went against a top former 2 weight division Southern Area champion in Jamie Speight?
Yeah, I felt good. You know, he caused me quite a few problems, which I think I need at this stage. I felt like I was trying to rush it a bit too much to try and get a stoppage early. But as soon as I started settling down and listening to my corner, our game plan started working. And we knew we'd take him out, and we knew that he'd be in later rounds if we did win, being a mover. But as soon as I settled down and started listening to my corner, we got him out there and did the job.
Well, it's nice to get some words from you because obviously earlier in the week, Laurel and Hardy here wouldn't let you get in a word in edgeways. So Hardy, what did you think?
Yeah, absolutely superb, Reece. More well done. Did everything that Sean asked of you in the corner. Once you started settling down, picking your shots, not rushing your work, superb. Well done, Reece. On to bigger and better things for you, young man.
Thank you, Jimmy. And finally, Sean, your assessment of tonight's performance and his career to date.
I thought it was a very, very mature performance. And again, it just gives us an inkling that he's ready to step up in levels now. And that's what we're looking to do with him.
Thanks for not swearing. All the best at Ellen Road. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
There we have it then. That wraps up the show for tonight. And Steffi, we've had some great performances tonight, but what's been a highlight for you?
Yeah, that last fight, I mean, obviously main event, everybody's come out to support him, and Josh's dad, Sean, hit the nail on the head and mature performance, and that's exactly what it was. And he were right there about moving him on a little bit of a step up. I don't think he should step up too far. Like me and Josh were talking about it earlier on, I think he's still learning. He's still learning, just that one level above Jamie Speight. That's 9 fights now. Me personally, I'd be looking at like 15 fights, getting him up to that kind of range before you move on to major titles and eliminators. There are divisions, these lower weight divisions in Britain, because you have to bring a lot of foreigners in because there's a gap. Jamie Speight were in that middle, and then there's up there. It's getting it right. But I enjoyed watching that, and I like Reece Mould. I've got a lot of respect for him, and he's learning off this man outside of me.
Most definitely. I'd say, you know, I'm really proud of Reece tonight. He's shown maturity. Keeps using that word again, but that's what it was. Maturity. Picked his shots really well, and fantastic performance.
And then picking up on the rest of the card, Jack Daniel looked good. Jack Rafferty as well. The two Jacks impressed tonight, Steffi.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Jack Daniels earlier on. First fight, he's got all the tools in, but you can see he's very well schooled. I just think that fight was that easy for him. He did a few mistakes that he will iron out, and then the other kid, Jack from Manchester, who's not boxed for a while, what a powerhouse he is. He's very exciting. So I've enjoyed this little show by Steve here in Doncaster, and it's nice to see that somebody else is coming into my area and putting a good little show on like this. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, next up for VIP, we're in Hull on the 6th of April. That's a packed card, and then 5th of May is the big one at the Victoria Warehouse. And a week after that, May the 12th, Steve Brogan's fighting for the Central Area title. But we can't leave without a few more words on Josh's fight. And Ellen Road, all his fans there. It's going to be bouncing arena, and this is your chance, isn't it? This is your opportunity.
It's a massive fight, and you know, I thought I'd missed. A lot of people have thought I'd missed my opportunity in fighting for a world title, but you know, I've gone down the long route. I've made myself a mandatory challenger, done what I've needed to do, and this is it now. This is the fight what I've been screaming and crying for a long time. Lee Selby's a brilliant fighter, but I've said for a long time I have what it takes to beat him, and this is where I think I really get the credit for being a world-rated fighter. I strongly believe that I can be that fighter to beat him and take off that title. And with an hell of a fan base behind me on May 19th, you know, it's going to be an extra boost.
And there we have it then. That wraps up the show tonight. Make sure you get tickets from Josh for the big one at Ellen Road. And
the new.
We'll see you on the 6th of April in Hull.